Baltimore, Maryland. Justin Tucker. It's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Wilson on the return.
Here come the Bengals, and CD, of course, it's Joe Burrow out of LSU at quarterback.
Okay, I'm not taking a turn to negative town, even though it's going to sound like it. The 2 interceptions he threw last week, those obviously have to be eliminated, and that was the focus of practice this week. But let's face it, he did throw 3 touchdown passes.
And they got the win.
And
the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
It's second down.
Mike, 55. Check, 55.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. It got his man complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 27 yards there, a first down.
First down, Bengals.
Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Number 28, Joe Mixon.
The numbers for Mixon last week, 13 carries, 67 yards, and a touchdown.
Yeah, he could very well be on his way to a rushing title, but guess what? His offensive line, they're meeting separately because they want that rushing title as much as he does, and they want to make sure they get him there.
From midfield now, Burrow avoids the target, and he has it over the middle. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. And now for him on the season, that is his 80th catch, and the result is a first down. On the delay, it's Mixon. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35.
Joe Mixon, the ball carrier.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
The tackle made.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
From the gun on third down is Burrow. Got a man, it's Ross, complete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time, separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Well, how about the passing numbers so far on this first drive?
Oh, no doubt about it. They're flinging it around pretty successfully. And look at the start. The confidence level that we see in him rising because he's hit a few early. And how about the last one? The big shot right there.
A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Ravens' 3-yard line.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Patrick Queen coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's 3rd and goal. He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals.
Burrow's pass.
Drew Sample, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Austin Seibert set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Ravens offense going to work, and as usual, it's Lamar Jackson, the former MVP of the league, at the helm.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, You talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
This will go for 5 up to the 33. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Miles Boykin, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Out of his hands quickly to Higgins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down.
Marlon Humphrey on the coverage.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. These 2 teams all tied after 1.
7-7.
55, my guys, 55, 19 tight, 19 tight.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Going deep downfield for Ross. This is caught inside the 15. And all of a sudden, they're knocking on the door inside Baltimore's 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. That pass was heavily defended on 3rd down, but you know what? He's one of the best in the league at body control, and he showed you why there.
So what that tells you is that the guy throwing the football understands his guys, doesn't he? Give them a chance, put it up there, and realize that even in a battle, they're more than likely to come down with the football.
Oh, and it's incomplete. That would have been big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead, it's 2nd down. Again, it's Burrow. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the 2nd half and say, you remember when they didn't get points?
3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
I'm coming.
From the 41, Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 16 yards, a 1st down. And the coach has decided to challenge this play.
Let's go, brother.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
It is and now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Bengals grab it. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line.
Fumble on the play.
And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
Mixon hit, and all the ball is out, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And he will bring this down inside. And great effort. Does he get burned for that? In film, he fought through some tackles. End result, though, a fumble.
It's going to be one of those situations where he'll get yelled at.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coaches?
And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is caught, and the fake will work. He's going to have a first down. The fake punt gets him 13 yards, a huge play on special teams. It's a first down. Now it's Burrow. He'll air this one out for Boyd, and that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
No.
So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with a bandit.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal.
First and goal, Cincinnati.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And the Bengals are going to have it first and goal as he'll take this down to about the 3.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal.
55, right there in the middle, 55. And let's get that ball.
Burrow will throw. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Tyler Boyd. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Bengals have taken the lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play. Worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating.
And now look at him go. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use, than that. Man, one play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
Brandon Wilson on the return.
The Bengals drive about to get going. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something.
Heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at the 30.
After the interception, here's Jackson. He gets this underneath to Dobbins. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Devin Duvernay in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens have broken the tie. So they're able to break the tie just before halftime. Now they just don't want anything crazy to happen on the ensuing kickoff.
Yeah, they want to just add the extra point, get the kickoff taken care of, and get to the locker room with the lead that they fought so hard to get.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. And the fair catch is made. It's going to pin him back here at the 7-yard line.
7-yard line. The Bengals take over 1st and 10.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go...
And he's going to go down. With the pressure, maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. And just like that, on we head to half number 2.
Austin Seibert.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will be fielded inside the 5. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. He fakes the give here and looks to throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
10 at the 43-yard line.
An option handoff here to Dobbins. Dobbins hit and he fumbles. And the Bengals grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
A 6-yard.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Get to him back at the 40. Yannick Ngakoue just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
3rd and
open man, it's complete to Higgins. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Mixon, the ball carrier.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
It's a
10 more there and another first down.
A Bengal first down.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. This will be caught just inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That catch good for only a couple. Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8. Burrow looking to pass. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Bengals. It's Tyler Boyd.
Complete to Tyler Boyd.
Tyler Boyd with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And man, Charles, talk about singing something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this. After that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
They'll roll him out right. He'll try. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Had some good yardage there, too, before he fumbled that football, Charles.
Yeah, just think about it this way. Running backs, as a general rule, they kind of know when the end of a run is near, and you notice how they cover up, right? They protect the football. Sometimes quarterbacks forget that out in the open field. After a while, you start to wonder, does the running back coach visit the quarterback coach and say, hey, I can help you with this. We can protect this and make sure we keep the ball.
And 3.
Again, it's Mixon. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
Really? Really? Did we just see that? That's a big catch. One-handed, I might add, to pick up a first down.
I was going to say, on third down for the defense, it's one thing to give up a reception. You just got to shake your head on a one-handed catch to pick up the first. Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Baltimore. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. This pass complete to Higgins. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
First down.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. Mixon. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Check 48 the mark.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Touchdown.
Joe Mixon, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bengals have broken our tie as they take the lead.
For the point after.
People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
Taken in the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll make it a second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard.
Jackson from the shotgun. Open man is due. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Bengals grab. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line.
Complete. Fumble on the play.
Charles, he lost a fumble last week as well, so now back-to-back weeks, maybe you expect that from your tailback, but not him.
You're exactly right, because you work a lot with your running backs about how they have to protect the ball in traffic, but downfield in open space, that's dangerous as well, because you may make someone miss, and their flailing hand can knock the ball away if you don't tuck it away.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And this carry not as productive. He swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Now Burrow. This one complete into the hands of Higgins.
Burrow's pass.
And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
17 yards.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Again, it's Mixon. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd.
You have to get tired of seeing me. Check 24, check 70 Lions.
Here we go with Burrow. Got a man open. It's Ross. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Watch the slant. Mike, 55.
They'll keep it on the ground. Mixon. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That play gets them 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football, because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
They'll go ahead and take the knee here, and the unbeaten season will continue.
Let's go. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Check out.
Burrow down to a knee, and that should be the final act of this one. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Cincinnati,